Kia ora everybody, welcome back to another episode. My name is Dan. We're doing a little bit of gardening today. What we are doing is planting some Paw Paw trees. Let me flip you around so I can show you what I'm doing. It's the garden as is. So what we're doing today is taking some Paw Paw trees, little seedlings, and we're putting them into there. So set us up here. Hello and welcome. Now what you want is a nice alluvial soil, something that's nice and loose, has a little bit of gravel, some nicely decomposed compost into it. And what we want to do is get the beginning bit nice and deep, and then simply put in your Paw Paws about halfway down, so they have enough space for their roots to grow, as well as being able to put a nice bunch of soil over the top. And with a nice water and some great compost, we'll have some Paw Paw trees in no time. And once these get big enough, we'll be able to transplant them into their proper areas in our little food forest that we're building, which already has a peach tree, a fig tree, a quince tree, and a plum tree. So now we're going to add a Paw Paw tree into the mix. So as you can see, it's packed nice and tightly, but still has plenty of room to grow. And the soil isn't compacted very much either. So that's going to give it room to expand and to grow. So there we go. Now I haven't actually broken up these particular seedlings because they're kind of clumped together all in one. So I'm going to let them plant out. And see what happens after that. Now I did have quite a bunch, to be honest with you, but a few of them have been attacked by slugs and snails. Forever the problem, right? So I'm just going to de-root all of these bits that aren't going to work for us. There we go, good to go. Now plant another bunch of soil into a pot, make the hole, and this is basically how you can transplant any trees, any seedlings, any herbs at all. This is kind of a very wide-spun sort of method that you can use for all kinds of plants, that if you're repotting or you've grown from seed and you need to put into a bigger pot, this is how you would do it. So you get a nice soil compost going, you'd fill it up about maybe halfway, 3/4, give or take, depending on what you are planting, because remember, some plants like deeper roots, and so for these I want to plant them about halfway, and so they have the time to go down there, and then I can replant them into something a bit bigger. So there we go, there's another one right there. Pretty easy. Now I also have these chilies as well, which I have no idea if they're going to do well or not at all, but we'll plant out the one that does have a little bit going on. Right, so you can see these two back ones, whoops, it'll survive. These two back ones there probably won't make it. This one can regrow back, there's a little bit of growth. Take the dead leaves off the top there, and there's some new growth coming in there. So what we have right here is 3 chili plants, and these ones are from Peru, I believe. I can't quite remember where from. So same method. Pot, soil, hole in the center, and how about we do 2, just in one spacing, because I can plant them both into a nice big pot, and they'll be both fine on their own. There we go. Lovely. Lovely day up here in the hills. Plenty of bird life here in New Zealand. And it's just gone spring, so good time to get planting. Alright. So thank you for joining me with another episode of how to plant some stuff, how to garden some stuff. And if you like what you've seen so far, feel free to drop a like, feel free to drop a comment, a subscription, what have you, see what happens. And yeah, it's going to be plenty more to come as we build on This garden began about 6-7 months ago, and this is just a good example of what you can do with a small space in such a small amount of time. So if you've liked what you've seen so far, feel free to drop a comment or a like or anything, and I will see you on the next episode. Much love, everybody.